speak, you can write in the chat box. I am requesting you all. Please introduce yourself. Hello, please you introduce yourself. Sonali, may I know about you? Oh, you are Bipin. So Bipin, please introduce yourself. Jahid Ali, may I know about you?
I am Bipin Chaudhary.
Yes, Bipin, please introduce yourself.
Sir, I am Bipin Chaudhary from Mrinal University, a student of BFA.
Okay, you are from Aligarh University. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bipin. Jahid Ali, are you from Aligarh University?
Hello, sir.
Jahid Ali, please introduce yourself.
Sir, I am Jahid Ali, a student of MEd from West Bengal University of Teachers Training and Planning and Education from Kolkata.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Sonali, please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir. I am Shonali Lahiri. I have been a teacher educator for the last 33 years. I just retired last year, but I continue to train teachers on a consultancy capacity.
Thank you, Sonali Madam. Madam Dishari Chakraborty. Madam Amon Mollik. Hello, Amon Mollik.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes.
Currently, I'm studying in the West Bengal W. Bhattepa, West Bengal University of Teachers Training, David Hare campus,
Please you call me after 1
Paliganj,
PM.
and I'm a student as of now.
Sorry, I have missed Mr. Amon Mollik.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yes, currently I'm pursuing B.Ed, Bachelor of Education from W. Bhattepa, David Hare campus, Paliganj. And yes, I'm a student as of
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Amon Mollik. Nirban Nandi, may I know about you? Jannavi Chandak, may I know about you? So they are not here.
Ma'am, sir, I'm studying in Mangalatan University. My course is BFA.
You are from which university?
Mangalatan.
Okay. So from the same university, right? Okay. So I am going to start our today's program. You are here. Welcome you all to today's August gathering for this 39th Sunday webinar organized by Ravindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. And today we will give special emphasis on creativity in education. I think it is visible to all of you. So our major aim is to disseminate knowledge about different psychotherapeutic postulates following Rabindranath Tagore's vision. This is our basic motto. I am requesting all, please you mute yourself. Otherwise, I have to mute you all so that everybody can follow. Yes, I have muted you all. Again, so when you will be asked at that time, you will introduce yourself. Otherwise, please you write your introduction in the chat box. You know that is Rabindra's Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. It has one motto, that is Tamosho Ma Jyotir Gamaya. What is the meaning? Meaning is we have to control the different error variants from the response so that we can get the reliable score or the truth. This is our logo. When we are talking about the performing arts, initially it comes through our Murto layer. What is the Murto layer? It is the seat of attention, sensation, and perception. Next, it passes to the Rag layer. What is that? It is the seat of feeling, emotion, memory, thinking, and their associations. After that, it reaches at the Saraswat layer. It is colorful and filled with different flows in consciousness. It is the seat of harmony with surroundings, the aesthetic, and way to creativity and innovation. So when we reach at the Saraswat layer, the innovation comes. Okay. So when we are teaching drawing therapy or therapy based upon any performing art, we are teaching about these three layers so that the students can or the trainees can understand how to provide psychological counseling, how to provide psychotherapy by using the journey from Murto to Saraswat layer. Today is a 39th Sunday webinar. Earlier webinars were conducted by several eminent professors. It is their list of names. Now I am going to present you one Rabindra Sangit.
Good morning, sir. Mrinal Mukherjee here. Good morning to all.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Morning. Is there Dr. Roy, sir? Professor Dr. Roy is there? Myself is Dr. Mrinal Mukherjee. Welcome, Ramkrishna Babu. Good morning. Probably you are muted.
Yes, sir.
I am in a meeting already. What happened? Good morning, Dr. Roy, sir. Good morning, Dr. Roy, sir. Our speaker is already joined with us.
Haji প্রীতি উজ্জ্বল নির্মল জীবনে নব আনন্দে জাগো আজি নবরবি কিরণে শুভ্র সুন্দর প্রীতি উজ্জ্বল নির্মল জীবনে নব আনন্দে জাগো আজি উচ্ছ্বারিত নব জীবন নির্ঝর উচ্ছ্বাসিত আশা গীতি উচ্ছ্বারিত নব জীবন নির্ঝর উচ্ছ্বাসিত আশা গীতি অমৃত পুষ্প গন্ধ বহে আজি শান্তি পবনে নব আনন্দে জাগো আজি নবরবি কিরণে শুভ্র সুন্দর প্রীতি উজ্জ্বল নির্মল জীবনে নব আনন্দে জাগো আজি
Good morning, sir. Good morning to all my respective speakers and all the participants here. Sir, sir, are you here?
Dr. Roy sir is muted probably.
Yes, sir. I'm checking.
Oh, I have muted.
There you were muted for long. Good morning.
Shomduti, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So please you start.
Okay. Hello, good morning to all my respective speakers. Hello, sir. Good morning
Yes.
to all the participants. Today, I'm going to introduce to all of you with the National Education Policy of 2020. A little bit of introduction of this what is this National Education Policy? The National Education Policy 2020 was released by the Union Cabinet on July 29. The fundamental principles of the National Education Policy are to identify and foster the unique capabilities of each student by promoting creativity and critical thinking, to encourage logical decision making and innovation. It also facilitates extensive use of technology in teaching and learning, removing language barriers and educational planning and management. It encourages innovation and out of the box ideas through autonomy, good governance, and empowerment. It promotes outstanding research as a requisite for outstanding education and deployment. Rabindranath Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust has given special emphasis on awareness of ECCE, or Early Childhood Care and Education of National Education Policy. In this course, we are paying special attention to broad objectives of ECCE. After training, students will learn to provide knowledge about child development, which includes nutritional development, which is hopefully the first implement towards development, where nutrition development is accordingly with the psychological development, following the guidance of this NEP 2020 with psychological testing, psychometrics, and life skills. The topics that are covered in this course, which is the school counseling course in early childhood, the course duration is 3 months. We here cover the topics of early childhood development with physical, psychosocial development, nutritional development, intellectual development, language development, and personality development. In the next paper, we have the early childhood care and education following the NEP 2020, where we are emphasizing the foundation of learning, the national curricular and pedagogical framework for ECCE, overreaching goals of ECCE. Next, we have psychometrics, where we learn the checklist, rating, cross-sectional and longitudinal observation. Then we have the psychological testing, where children learn the social maturity scale, nutritional value scale, intelligence scale, personality scale. And then next is the most foremost part of the course, which is the school counseling, where they learn the individual counseling, parental counseling, child guidance. And the last paper is the assessing maturation level of 10 children, nutritional assessment of 5 children, and anecdotal report of 5 children. This is how we provide the course following the NEP 2020, and as well as the thoughts of Rabindranath Tagore, where they ask to follow the thoughts where Rabindranath teaches us in an open air, in an open thoughts with abstract thinking, with very creative thinking, which we follow in this course.
Thank you, Shamduti, for introducing the course. This course is related to the today's program, that is creativity in education. And in this course, we are giving importance on the basic philosophy of the NEP 2020. Now I am requesting Pompa. Now Pompa Bashu.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pompa Boshu. I have completed Masters in Counseling Psychology. I have 4+ years experience in teaching profession. Currently, I am doing a certification course from Ramkrishna Psychotherapy Research Institute and Trust on School Counseling. The focal theme of today's webinar is creativity on National Education Policy 2020. The National Education Policy 2020 was released by the Union Cabinet on July 29, 2020. The fundamental principles of the National Education Policy are to identify and foster the unique capabilities of each student by promoting creativity and critical thinking, to encourage logical decision making and innovation. There is nothing more satisfying and fulfilling for children than to be able to express themselves openly and without judgment. To say candidly, creativity is the freest form of self-expression. The ability to be creative, to create something from personal feeling and experiences, can reflect and nurture children's emotional health. Now, I am going to recite a poem in front of all of you. I would like to present Bir Purush by Rabindranath Tagore, which is so much relevant to child creativeness. বীর পুরুষ রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর। মনে করো যেন বিদেশ ঘুরে মাকে নিয়ে যাচ্ছি অনেক দূরে। তুমি যাচ্ছ পালকিতে মা চড়ে, দরজা দুটো একটুকু ফাঁক করে। আমি যাচ্ছি রাঙা ঘোড়ার পরে, টকবকিয়ে তোমার পাশে পাশে। রাস্তা হতে ঘোড়ার খুঁড়ে খুঁড়ে রাঙা ধুলোয় মেঘ উড়িয়ে আসে। সন্ধে হলো, সূর্যি নামে পাটে, এলেম যেন জোড়া দিঘির মাঠে। ধু ধু করে যেদিক পানে চাই, কোনোখানে জনমানব নাই। তুমি যেন আপন মনে তাই ভয় পেয়েছ, ভাবছ এলেম কোথা। আমি বলছি ভয় পেও না মাগো, ওই দেখা যায় মরা নদীর সোতা। চোরকাটাতে মাঠ রয়েছে ঢেকে, মাঝখানেতে পথ গিয়েছে বেঁকে। গরু বাছুর নেই কো কোনোখানে, সন্ধে হতে গেছে গায়ের পানে। আমরা কোথায় যাচ্ছি কে তা জানে, অন্ধকারে দেখা যায় না ভালো। তুমি যেন বললে আমায় ডেকে, দিঘির ধারে ওই যে কিসের আলো। এমন সময় হারে রে 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 রে, ওই যে কারা আসতেছে ডাকছে রে। তুমি ভয়ে পালকিতে এক কোণে ঠাকুর দেবতা স্মরণ করছো মনে। বেয়ারাগুলো পাশের কাটা বনে পালকি ছেড়ে কাঁপছে থর থর। আমি যেন বলছি তোমায় ডেকে, আমি আছি ভয় কেন মা করো। হাতে লাঠি মাথায় ঝাঁকড়া চুল, কানে তাদের গোজা জবার ফুল। আমি বলি দাঁড়া খবরদার, এক পা আগে আসিস যদি আর, এই চেয়ে দেখ আমার তলোয়ার, টুকরো করে দেব তোদের সেরে। শুনে তারা লম্ফ দিয়ে ওঠে, চেঁচিয়ে উঠল হারে রে 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 রে। তুমি বললে যাস না খোকা ওরে, আমি বলি দেখো না চুপ করে। ছুটিয়ে ঘোড়ার গেলেন তাদের মাঝে, ঢাল তরোয়াল ঝনঝনিয়ে বাজে। কি ভয়ানক লড়াই হলো মাঝে, শুনে তোমার গায়ে দেবে কাটা। কত লোক যে পালিয়ে গেল ভয়ে, কত লোকের মাথা পড়ল কাটা। এত লোকের সঙ্গে লড়াই করে ভাবছ খোকা গেলই বুঝি মরে। আমি তখন রক্ত মেখে ঘেমে বলছি এসে লড়াই গেছে থেমে। তুমি শুনে পালকি থেকে নেমে চুমু খেয়ে নিচ্ছ আমায় কোলে। বলছো ভাগ্যে খোকা সঙ্গে ছিল, কি দুর্দশাই হতো না তাহলে। রোজ কত কি ঘটে যাহা তাহা, এমন কেন সত্যি হয় না আহা। ঠিক যেন এক গল্প হতো তবে, শুনতো যারা অবাক হতো সবে। দাদা বলতো কেমন করে হবে, খোকার গায়ে এত কি জোর আছে। পাড়ার লোকে বলতো সবাই শুনে, ভাগ্যে খোকা ছিল মায়ের কাছে। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Pampa Basu is the student of our course, School Counseling in Early Childhood. Thank you for your presentation. Very nicely, you have presented the poem, Bir Purush, and you have nicely introduced the course. Now, Hare Re 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 by Shomduti Roy, our academic assistant, her presentation.
আমায় ছেড়ে দেরে দেরে যেমন ছাড়া বনের পাখি মনের আনন্দে রে হারে রে 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 আমায় ছেড়ে দেরে দেরে ঘন শ্রাবণ ধারা যেমন বাঁধন হারা ঘন শ্রাবণ ধারা যেমন বাঁধন হারা বাদল বাতাস যেমন ডাকাত আকাশ লুটে ফেরে হারে রে 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 আমায় ছেড়ে রে 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 যেমন ছাড়া বনের পাখি মনের আনন্দে রে হারে রে 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 আমায় ছেড়ে দে রে দে রে হারে রে 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 আমায় রাখতে ধরে কেড়ে দাবানলের নাচন যেমন সকল কানন ঘেরে হারে রে 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 আমায় রাখতে ধরে কেড়ে দাবানলের নাচন যেমন সকল কানন ঘেরে হারে রে 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 আমায় রাখতে ধরে কেড়ে বজ্র যেমন বেগে গর্জে ঝড়ের বেগে বজ্র যেমন বেগে গর্জে ঝড়ের মেঘে অট্টহাস্য সকল বিঘ্ন বাধার বক্ষ চেরে অট্টহাস্য সকল বিঘ্ন বাধার বক্ষ চেরে হারে রে 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 আমায় ছেড়ে দে রে দে রে যেমন ছাড়া বনের পাখি মনের আনন্দে রে হারে রে 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 আমায় ছেড়ে দে রে দে
Thank you, Shabduti, for nice presentation. Yes, Tagore has given importance on the unbounded consciousness. So, chere dere dere, very nice observation. Thank you, Shabduti. Now I am presenting our creative arts of Ms. Alisha Das.
My name is Alisha Dash. I am a student of psychology. I have done my graduation from Women's College, Calcutta. After that, I have done my post-graduation from Rajabajar Science College. Presently, I am pursuing a certificate course on school counseling in early childhood organized by Rabindranath Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. For today's video, I will try to show something about symbolic diagram which might be helpful for children in their development. Hello, my name is Alisha Dash. In this video, I will try to show that how to make some basic drawings by using alphabets and some numbers. So, here I took some random numbers and alphabets. Firstly, we can see 1. Now, I will make a tree with this number, like that. Then the number comes 2. It can be transferred into a duck, like then the number comes 3. It can be transferred into a beautiful butterfly, like After that, here comes some alphabet. First, we can see the alphabet A. We can see that with the help of A, we can make a beautiful hat. After that, here comes the alphabet H. We can see that with the help of the alphabet H, we can make a post box. Then it comes J. We can see that with the help of the J, we can make an umbrella. So lastly, it can be concluded that if we create something like this to teach children, then it will be more creative as well as attractive to them. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alisha. Well done. Very nicely you have presented. So thank you, Pampa. Thank you, Shomduti. Thank you, Alisha. And thank you all
Sir,
the
I think
participants. Yes.
Debolina one of our students want to add something, add a speech. Debolina, are you
Why
here?
not? Debolina, are you here? Sure, please you share.
I'm here.
Debolina, do you want to add? Yes, Debolina, are you here?
Yes, sir.
So please you say what you want to share.
My name is Debolina Mollik. I have done Masters in Psychology and Masters in Social Work. Now I am working in social development sector to support the destitute, abandoned and orphaned children. Presently, I am doing 3 months certificate course on school counseling on early childhood age from Ravindrick Psychotherapy Research Institute. Now I am going to tell on a topic on using visual arts to foster creative thinking skill.
Thank you, Debolina, and thank you.
Sir, I am telling on the topic.
Please.
My topic is using visual arts to foster creative thinking skills. A drawing is the three-way relationship between substance, surface, and body. It activates the relationship between the eye and the hand and the tool, the body and the drawing surface. The elements of the drawing itself, the drawing marks on the empty page, and between the eye on the artist and what lies beyond what the artist can actually touch. Both art appreciation and the actual creating of visual arts can have a significant impact on the development of a young person. In fact, your brain will benefit from engaging with art at any stage of your life, and you neither have to be a good artist nor know a lot about art to reap the rewards from experiencing it. The study noted stronger connections of brain areas, and an involvement of brain regions which are activated during introspection. The employment of cognitive strategies in order to reduce negative emotional experience, the regulation of emotions, greater self awareness, enhanced memory processing. It has been noted that the functional connectivity of most of these areas are vital for a healthy resilience. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Debolina. You have nicely pointed that is we have the two brains and we have to maintain the balance between the two. And what Alicia has also shown us, that is how we can make the balance between the right hemisphere as well as the left hemisphere. Very nicely, Alicia has pointed out. And Debolina, you have given importance on this area. Thank you. So now we are going to start our main program. Professor Mrinal Mukherjee, eminent professor, he is here. It is my pleasure to introduce Professor Mrinal Mukherjee. He is the now the chairperson of our main seminar. Professor Mrinal Mukherjee is presently serving in the capacity of Assistant Professor and Coordinator, Department of Educational Planning and Administration, the West Bengal University of Teachers Training, Education Planning and Administration, WBU TTEPA, Kolkata, West Bengal. He is one of the architects of designing a new academic program, that is postgraduate diploma in educational planning and administration. It is a very challenging course. This course is implementing in his coordinatorship. He has served as former head Department of Education, Bankura University. He has also served as guest faculty at the Department of Education, University of Calcutta and Alia University. He has a wide range of exposure in territory of education, starting from teaching in secondary teachers training, college to university, for both conventional PG course in education, also in teacher education. He has long experience of counseling students in distance mode in undergraduate. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. An enthusiastic teacher, teacher educator, and researcher with great deal of research experience in education, with focus on innovative and evolving pedagogy, community psychology, ICT in education, and education policy and planning. He had demonstrated experience in conducting survey data collection, spatial analysis, demographic methods, qualitative and quantitative modeling. He has served as co-investigator for the international research project on teachers' perception of gifted students, jointly undertaken by University of Erlangen, Nuremberg, Germany, and Jagadish Bose National Science Talent Search, that is JBNSTS in Kolkata. He has served as academic coordinator for the innovative project Learning Enhancement Program, or LEP, with a design of capacity building of in-service teachers of government-sponsored schools, undertaken by Government of West Bengal. He has a wide experience in providing research consultancy in teacher education and also designing curriculum, UG or PG, for education, discipline, and curriculum for teacher education. He has remained engaged as expert in designing short-term courses for capacity building of teachers and teacher educators. He has served as a resource person and consultant for government and non-government organizations like State Council of Educational Research, SCRT, West Bengal, TLC, IIT KGP, JBN STS, Kolkata, Bichitro Pathshala, and Science Communication Forum, Kolkata, etc. for teachers training project. 4 PhD scholars are working under his supervision. Apart from presenting papers in several national and international seminars, he has delivered talks at national and international seminars and conferences as invited speaker in India and abroad. He had published at least 25 research articles in peer-reviewed journals and proceedings at international and national levels, including Elsevier, Routledge, Taylor, and Francis. So we have one eminent chairperson today. So Professor Mrinal Mukherjee, I'm requesting to say a few words.
Yes, sir.
And then we will start the next program.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Professor Devdotto Roy, sir. I consider Professor Dr. Roy as my mentor and my teacher. And I don't think that the rigid classroom is the only place of learning. The whole world is a place of learning. And we are happy that Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh, a renowned professor, belongs to a university in Uttar Pradesh, is with us. We are happy that we are having with us Ramkrishna Babu, and we will deliver on the topic which has been disclosed, which has been declared formally. But before that, I'll not consume and occupy the larger space of time, but I will try my best to delimit myself, restrict myself. My weight of vocabulary will be very limited on the issue. My task here is to just allow Ramkrishna Babu to speak on the issue and just set the tune wherefrom we can start. Now, in the history of the human civilization, the first part of our history was learning without any indoctrination, learning without any curriculum, learning without any structural format, learning without the control of the state, learning without the political authority. And that part of the human civilization, we were potentially free enough to liberate ourselves, to connect ourselves with the immediate surroundings, with the immediate nature. Now, as far as a state has been formed, a power structure has been formed, nation has been formed, and even after the Second World War, when the theory of the nation of states emerged, the entire process of the teaching, learning became a very important instrument for the ruler to control it and somehow to indoctrination their kind of thinking. And in true sense, again, curriculum became a political document and the pedagogy became a political process. And such kind of rigidity of the curriculum and politicization of the curriculum, and that's inevitable in the hierarchical structure of the state. It became a very bigger challenge for the learner to learn as they want to learn. So such kind of structuralism always convert a learner a convergent thinker. On the contrary, the true learning depend upon the divergence approach of learning. Now, whatever curriculum, whatever syllabus, whatever component has been prefixed by the authority, in whichever the name of it, the teacher at the classroom level has always certain kind of liberty. Now, if the teacher is equipped enough, enlightened enough, if he or she is engrossed with his profession and really can make note of the challenges, try to identify the problem, make some meaning of the problem, then he or she will try to solve the problem with his or her innate capacity of appreciating the crisis, and he or she will explore the solution from the ground level reality. And in all form of solving the crisis, probably art and aesthetics can be the most important way of tackling the challenges, way of solving the problem, way of ensuring learning, way of ensuring specific competency, inculcating specific competencies. And learning or teaching does not mean to make a people for certain degrees or grades. Helping someone, facilitating someone to learn is means to empowering an individual to think in his or her own fashion and pattern. And art is not a mere object, the way it has been created. So art is a kind of thinking. So thinking art is most important. When you talk about teaching thinking, so teaching thinking should be predominant by that of thinking of art. No need to go deeper, but Rabindranath Tagore, if you analyze the whole span of his idea about the life and learning, there are three epicenter. The first epicenter is the own self, the individual or thyself. The second center or epicenter is the community, the society where the individual belongs to. So first is individual, second is immediate society within which the individual is surviving, within which there is organic mythoscria interaction between the individual and his community. And the third is the nature, that means the whole universe. So the purpose of learning, teaching, the purpose of education in life is nothing to connect individual, enlightenment of individual in that manner, in that volume. So making oneself free. Free means emotional connect, affective connect, cognitive connect with the immediate community, and finally connect with the universe, the nature. Akash bhara, Surya tara, Vishwa bhara pran. So unless and until I can connect with these Vishwa bhara pran and with these particles of the Brahmandas as an individual, as a learner, I will remain delimited. So the approach of learning should be connecting with the universe. Now, whatever method, there are a lot of methods, there are a lot of advocacies, there are a lot of policies, there are a lot of curriculum, there are a lot of frameworks, but ultimately depends upon how being teacher, I can appreciate a particular modalities, a particular ways. And it's not like that the teacher will teach any individual about the thinking of art. Rather, it is the task of the teacher how the student can be empowered to create, to criticize, to analyze an art object. I can remind a teacher in Minnesota, they provided certain figures to the students and allow them to appreciate that how the figures are different from each other and what the figures may have some significance. And later on in the next week, the teacher allowed the student to visit the historical documents of the city. And in third cases, the teacher allowed the learner to correlate the figure which has been offered in the class and how this figure is become having any resemblances, similarities or dissimilarities or relationship with the objects of the historical monuments. And thereby they are allowed to write a paragraph on it. So place-based learning or heritage-based learning is a very predominant pattern in different countries of Europe and also in India. Particularly in Spain, they are more focused on the heritage-based learning. Now, if you see in case of India, a nation can be defeated multiple times politically, but that hardly matters. A nation only can be defeated when it is defeated culturally. I just saw a video day before in the evening. A guy has been started to work from Switzerland to India for attending Kumbh Mela. He had worked 4 years crossing the different countries, Russia, China, Azerbaijan. Ultimately, he entered through Pakistan in India. And he took the pleasure, not the pain, to travel to India by walking. And recently he was in Himachal Pradesh. He traveled 25 days to attend Haridwar Kumbh Mela. And he deliberately, happily expressing his idea that if you see the western part of the hemisphere, the learning which has been created, the design which has been created, the pedagogy which has been created, the curriculum which has been created, it to some extent delimited with a certain period of time. It is more rigid in structure. On the contrary, if you see the Nandalal Bose approach of Tagore's approach about learning, about establishing Vishwabharati, and Devi Prasad Babu, who was working on art and aesthetics with Gandhi and also with Rabindranath Tagore. And they found, and if you see the Nandalal Bose's approach toward the arts and culture and aesthetics, that our learning should be rather interdisciplinarity, then towards multidisciplinarity, it's immediately cross-disciplinarity. So ultimately, by means of interdisciplinary, by means of cross-disciplinary, we want to reach a multidisciplinary level where the compartmentalization, segregation, segmentation of together to have a holistic learning. And art only can heal our internal pain, our internal injury, and enlighten us to become a holistic learner. Art at any form can be very instrumental to healing oneself, to repair the injury which has been a natural cause by different factors, and thereby connect to the immediate nature. In different countries, though I criticize the most contemporary Western part of the country, there are very fantastic research finding in case of Australia and New Zealand. And the Australia has a program for the early childhood care education for 26-week exposure to the arts and exhibits and interaction with the artisans. I regularly visit Purulia. I regularly visit the Choridar Gram, where this mask was prepared for the Chou Nitto. Now, if a child reading in any school of the district of Purulia and they being offered from the 20-month exposure to the Choridar Gram to understand the format, the philosophy, the structure, the pattern of artistry, the history of the Chou Nach, and at the same time, the attire, the design of the Chou Nitto, that is the Mukhasha and the mask, and how the mask has been prepared, what the material, what the aesthetics behind it, and then how it's bringing a very culture to a different kind of form. And the Chou Nach became much more important for the Loko Shikha. So now there is a university in Thailand. I have met a person in probably in Rajasthan, NCRT. He was an assistant professor. He was no formal degree. He only is a great artist in making such kind of mask, and he has been appointed as assistant professor in the Department of Art and Aesthetic of the Teacher Education. But we are much more rigorous in mechanistic approach. So as new education policy has emphasized, they talked about the liberating education. They talked about liberal education, because the term liberal itself is very contesting, because there is no final line of the liberation. But we know that we are not liberating our education. We are encasing our education in a tight chamber, and that's creating a problem. That's making hindrance, that making blockade in the area of thinking of our learner. Even in the first class of drawing, the child are allowed to color within the line. There is a diagram which is outlined by a flower or a pigeon or any other birds or something, and the students is allowed to draw within the line. When you restricting a child to draw within a line, that is, you are restricting his or her imagination. So we have to develop certain kind of pedagogies which must be based on the freedom of thinking. Whatever you want to write, whatever you want to draw, and then try to interpret your drawing, because any drawing must come from certain imagination. Suppose if you allow your children that some dog catchers are catching the dog and draw away the dogs to captivate. Now, if the child saw this in the metropolitan city, allow them to draw and allow them to make story. Now, instead of allowing them to write a letter to your friend about the Gajan Mela, allow them to visit Gajan Mela, provide some picture scope, and then allow to write on the issue in that way. So every time, at all the time, when you talked about the really liberal education, when you talked about the early child education based on the based on the practical experiences. It is a dire need for the teacher to make themselves free mentally and to appreciate, accommodate the kind of art which is prevailing. And art means not mere the object, the sense of aesthetics, the sense of cleanliness. If you go a tribal village, it may not be showcased all the time, but their life is a form of art. Whatever they do from the morning to night. I was in Bakura for 4 years. I used to visit the different tribal village for most of the no specific occasion, and I try to see their life from the close quarter, and that reflect that they have a mind which is artistic in nature. We, those who are excessively urbanized, much more target oriented, we, those who are much more power monger, we cannot be a good kind of liberated person with a liberated mind, and that's really hampering our learning. So the school system is rigid enough, the curriculum is always provide a kind of indoctrination, and teacher have that kind of strength and mental power to liberate himself and go for integrating art form in learning. And really a cross-curricular pedagogy is a new kind of terminology, but terminology matters very less. In the different part of the national education policy, this is the first time in the Indian history we are emphasizing, focusing, allowing, actually they are playing with fire. যদি সত্যি টিচারদের এতখানি empower করা হয়, it can be very empowerment for the teacher, and that's a unique juncture for the nation. It's a very important point in the trajectory of the history of education, that we are trying to liberate our learning, we are trying to liberate our education, and kind of out of the box thinker, kind of divergence thinking can be propagated, can be promoted, can be embraced, can be practiced through art of any form, not mere art. And language is very much related with each other. No language learning is possible without the sense of art, without interaction with the art. So Altamira Guha Chitra or the Bhimbhetka Khali in Madhya Pradesh, whatever object is there, they are reflection of the life, Manusher Japon Chitra, and that is learning. And where the farmer is implanting the sapling, where the gardener is helping the plant to blooming the flower, how someone is caring the nature, so how someone is making this sculpture. So all form of art, whatever it may be, a teacher has the right in every sense to utilize, improvise the form he or she wanted to. So in that way, our learning must be focused by consciously integrating art form, but with a kind of liberating, empowering individual to appreciate the way she can further improvise the art. And by means of such interaction, the dialogue at the cognitive space and aesthetic engagement, affective engagement in the grassroots level, that is visiting the art object, visiting the learning center, visiting the monuments of the city. Today is a World Heritage Day, appreciating the heritage. So all these are embedded form of art, and any poetry, any language, any creation can be roped up for such kind of enthusiastic learning teaching. We have to overcome the mania for the marks, the mania for the grade, mania for the success. Success is something, success is happiness. We have to make our people happy from the core of the mind, and that happiness only can be ensured by means of allowing them to create, making their own sense, and that is truly constructivist and constructionist learning. And art can be the most effective way of learning in a liberated mindset. So with these, I am concluding my introductory words, because Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh is there, and we are happy that we are having with us Professor Ghosh, and he's waiting, and he's observing from the very onset of the program, and he's the most important person. I just want to mention one thing I forget, that from Vichitra Pathshala, we have had a program in Kolkata, Magic of My School, where 30 school of Kolkata, the children reinvented their history of their own school, and they have documented their history, they have exhibited their history in the artistic form, and they make their heritage room of the school. And he published a book from these on Kolkata schools in the 2-volume part of it. So this project has given me scope to more close to the interaction of the art and learning. So now I'm restricting myself, and I humbly inviting Ramkrishna Babu, and I request Dr. Professor Dr. Roy to give a brief sketch of Ramkrishna Babu, so that we can have a first an understanding about his credential and credibility. And I do believe that we're going to enjoy a fantastic delivery from Ramkrishna Ghosh. Please welcome, sir, from the core of my heart, from our family of Ravindric Psychotherapy, and hope the journey will be very enthralling and it will be incredible in true sense. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Roy, Professor Dr. Roy, sir.
Professor Mukherjee, for enlightening us the creativity and the different teaching pedagogy to be followed. I have noted the relationship of your presentation with one of my interview with Professor Bendre. Professor Bendre was eminent artist in Lorit Kala Academy. It's a long back. He passed away, and before his death, I met him, and he told me, when I asked him, they said, what is your suggestion to the new generation? He told me, that is, please do not request your child to draw and to interpret the drawing in such a manner what is very much structured in nature. So this is his perception. He told me, please do not request your child to use color. Color will come from his or her own mind. But you do not restrict his or her consciousness. That this is the typical duck, this is the typical bird, and please you draw like this. No, you do not tell. I do not know to what extent his vision is applicable still today. I cannot say, but definitely he was eminent artist, Professor Bendre, Mahamoti Bendre. His title was Mahamoti Bendre. And today we have Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh. Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh did PhD in sculpture, visual art, and diploma in visual art from Rabindra Bharati University, Kolkata in 1996. And he received gold medal in sculpture. He completed masters in visual art from Mangalayatan University, Aligarh in 2012, and received first division with honors in sculpture. He received PhD in sculpture from Mewar University, Chittorgarh in July. Received appreciation letter from the principal of General B.C. Joshi Army Public School, Chittorgarh. Received chairman certificate, that is Brigadier Rakesh Manocha SM, for excellence in dedicated service in General B.C. Joshi Army Public School. Received appreciation letter from Sriti Jubin Irani, Minister, Human Resource Development, Government of India, for his commitment and dedication towards education in July 2015. So he is a very versatile person, and he has well documented the visual arts, the performing arts, especially the sculpture, And now I am requesting Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh to deliver his lecture. Professor Ghosh, are you here now?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Professor Ghosh. Please you
Uh,
deliver your lecture.
First of all, respected sir, Datta sir, I'm really very grateful to you to give me a chance to speak in front of all these guests. Thank you so much for that. And the chairperson, Dr. Mrinal Mukherjee sir, you have said a lot of things in detail. That was excellent. I must say that. So, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Right. So, I'll
You
start.
can now use your PPT. You can use your PPT now, no problem at all. Professor Ghosh, you can part. That's thank you.
Yes. Is it? Sir, can you see the screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Achha,
Right.
sir, one thing before, please introduce your university because we have no idea about your university, and it is a national webinar. So,
Okay. Right
yeah,
now,
please.
I'm working in Mangaladhan University. It is in Uttar Pradesh, and it's private university, and it's a very beautiful university. We have different faculties, and we have different department also. And in fine arts, we have a bachelor's degree. We have fine arts department, and in fine arts department, we have bachelor's degree, master's degree, bridge course, MPhil, and PhD also. And I joined last year here, and now I have got a chance to guide some of the students. I have 4 PhD students, scholars also. We are trying our best to uplift the department, and we have very good students also, and faculty members. They are all very cooperative, and we are working together. If you want to know more about the university, it's available in internet also. We have a very good infrastructure, and we have a medical hospital also in the campus. And it is absolutely corona-free campus. Nowadays, we have very good mess for students, and hostels also we have. So it's a very good university. Uh, really, it's a great opportunity for all the students to study here. This is all what I wanted to say. So, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for introducing your university. This is very, very important. Yes. I will request Professor Mrinal Mukherjee also to introduce the university, that is the WBUTTPA, after your program.
Okay. Now, now today's topic is National Education Policy NEP 2020. Much has been said in the beginning. Some of the speakers, they have said a lot about the policy. I'll just tell a little bit. After that, I'll focus on my main topic. And in the beginning, to begin with, I'll say that national education policy approved by in Union Cabinet of India on 29 July 2020. And the policy will replace the previous national policy of education. And it is a comprehensive framework for elementary education and for higher education, as well as vocational training also. And definitely this policy will transform India's education system in 2020-21. And last 4 weeks in our university, we have been conducting FDP program to know a lot about this policy, and we are working on it. And next 2 weeks also we have FDP program, and we are presenting our thoughts and ideas about this program. And the vision is to transform our nation by providing a high quality education to all. Now, the key points, I'll just go through it. Just we need to recognize and identify the unique capabilities of each student and flexibility of learning. Dr. Mrinal Mukherjee sir has said that earlier it was different, that the learning and teaching system was different. It was a very rigid type of teaching learning process. But in this new policy, the students will be very flexible and they can choose their own subject according to their interest and choice, according to their talent. And there will be no hard separation between art, science, and commerce. There will be no difference between curricular and extracurricular activities, vocational and academic streams. Students will be absolutely free to choose their subject, to study their subject. If they want to change, they can change, and they can, if they want to take another subject, they can take that. And it is a multidisciplinary and holistic education system. Means students will be expert in different subjects. Students will not be focusing on one particular subject. They will focus on different subject, and they have complete freedom to choose their subject. That's why for us especially, we must appreciate this policy. And here we must emphasize on conceptual understanding. Concept will be the main thing. And the main focus will be on creativity and critical thinking. So these are the main points which government is going to start in this new national education policy. And today I have decided to take a subject like the new assessment reforms. We know that assessment plays a very important role in helping students, in evaluating students. That's why government has decided to bring a competency-based assessment. And that includes analytical power, critical thinking, decision-making, creativity, and conceptual clarity. And today, I personally have taken a subject that is creativity. And I have some of the questions which I'm going to explain in detail. And these questions are very important to know. That's why I have written all these questions, so that those who are listening to me, they'll get some idea about creativity. The questions which are important for me is what is creativity? Why is creativity important? How can you develop creativity in children? And is everyone creative or just a select few? And can creativity be developed? If it can be developed, how? And is creativity something that just happens, or is it something that can be guided? And how can creativity be encouraged? These will be some of the questions which I'm going to focus on right now. Sir, sorry to disturb you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, what is creativity? Creativity is everyone's ability. I'll just explain, and its complexity lies in its uses. Now, most of the people think that creativity is a gift, and very special people have this gift, and it is not for everyone. Those who are very good at drawing and painting, those who are very good at acting and writing, creativity lies on them only. But the actual thing is that what I believe is creativity is not a gift from God. It is not a mystical thing. It is not a mystical spark. It is the production of preparation and effort. Here, I just want to mention Professor Carter. He's a professor of modern English language from UK. And he has said that linguistic creativity is not simply a property of exceptional people, but an exceptional property of all people. Here I will just change it. If I leave linguistic, if I use only creativity, that creativity is not simply a property of exceptional people. It's true, but in practically, we don't believe in it. Because I have taught in schools, last 17 years, I was in a school and very reputed school and in English medium school. And I have seen students and parents regarding this subject, they are very rigid. They also think that this creativity, it is not for us, not for my children. It is for some special people. That's why it's very important to understand what actually creativity means, what actually creativity is. Now, it is not something that is related to a very specific course or a lesson. This is a mentality which we all have, that creativity is for some, as I have said earlier also, that there are some people who are very creative, not everyone. This is the mentality of people. And it is really a different subject, and creativity is limited. It is for gifted people, for talented people, for special people, for exceptional people. This is the mentality which we all have. In practical way, I'm telling you. But we need to understand that creativity is not for artists. It is for everyone. It is for business people. It is for engineers. It is for doctors. It is for parents. It is for students. It is for ordinary people. And overall, it is for everyone. And everyone has a creative sense. This is very important to understand. And it is not a natural gift, natural talent. It is a skill. It is a skill which can be developed, which can be learned, and which can be cultivated. But how, I'll tell you how we can develop this. And another very important thing is that we need to understand that no one is born with this skill. In some way, some some student or some people are very good at dancing or singing and painting or sculpting. In some way, they're very good at, but if you don't exercise, if you don't practice, if you don't work on it, then it will of no use. That's why we need to practice and we need to train ourselves. Now, the second thing is that why is creativity important? For me, I personally think that if a student or if a person is aware of the things, if that person knows that why I am doing this thing, why I am learning this thing, why I am taking this course, then it will be easier for him or her to decide. Now we need to understand the power of creativity. As sir has said, Mrinal sir has already said that it is not bounded, it is not limited. And especially nowadays, because things are changing, the world is changing at a first pace. In every sphere of life, we need creativity. We need creativity in business. We need creativity in education. We need creativity in everyday life. It is a very important part of our life, especially in this conceptual age. We need to develop, we need to encourage students and people to develop their right directed thinking. We know that this right directed thinking, right sphere, it represents creativity and emotion. And from a professional point of view, I'll say that organizations also need people who are very quick to learn, who can change themselves, who have creative knowledge, and who are very versatile. An organization needs people who can think differently, who can think creatively, and who can work in teams and who are very flexible and quick to adapt things, whatever challenges they will be facing in the coming future. They are ready to accept, they're ready to face the challenges, they're ready to tackle it. So organization also want this type of people. So for this also, creativity is very important. Now the next thing is, how can we develop creativity in children? For that, I must say that first we need to change our mentality. We think that this is a subject which cannot be developed and which is not very important also. But we need to understand that children, the way children can learn to read and write, the way children can learn some arithmetic and English and different subjects, the same way they can learn and they can develop their ideas. They have to learn. They have to change their mentality first. And I have personally heard many people saying that I am not creative. And I don't know how to make a straight line. I don't know how to make a curved line. So it's not about making a straight line. It's not about making a curved line. It's all about expressing the thoughts, expressing the ideas, expressing the emotions, expressing the feelings in different channels. That is the main thing. It's not about making a very good painting. It's not. Just we need to express ourselves. That is the most important thing for everyone to know it. And there are many ways we teachers and parents can encourage our children to become more creative. And the best way to maximize their creative potential is to allow students to do whatever they like, to allow them to do whatever they love. There will be complete freedom. They will be free to do whatever they want to do. We can give them colors, we can give them papers, we can give them pencils, we can give them any medium. We should not be rigid. There will be complete freedom so that they can explore themselves, they can experiment with different colors, their different mediums, different techniques. So they are free to explore. This is what is needed to develop a student, to develop a person, to develop their creativity. Now, the next thing is, most of us think that is everyone creative or just a few people? Now, we need to understand that all persons are creative. Everyone has innate ability to be creative. Here, I just want to mention Pablo Picasso's very famous quotation. He said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. That means Pablo Picasso also, he was a Spanish artist. He was the father of Cubism. He was the first person to make collage painting. And he said that every child is an artist. That means everyone is an artist. There is no doubt about it. A person like Pablo Picasso said this. But there is a problem. And the problem is how to remain an artist. The question is, what happens when we grow up? When we grow up, we think this is not very important. Other things are very important. And this subject or this thing is for my spare time, for my hobby time. Whenever I am free, whenever I have some time, then I can do all this creative work. But it can be, we need to understand that it can be a main subject, it can be a very important part in our life, and we can live with it. We can live our complete life with the help of this creativity. It is not as simple as we think. Now, coming to next question, which I am going to tell you, that is, can creativity be developed? Yes, I have personally seen that there are many students who were not good at this particular subject, but after practicing, after exercising, they have developed a lot. They have changed their thoughts, and now there are different students. I'll show some of the painting. At the end, I'll show you. So this thing we need to understand that it can be developed. Creativity can be developed, and creativity can be learned. How? It is through practice, through exercise, through repetition, through learning. We need to develop that, and we can. And we need to understand that creativity is teachable. We need to teach creativity. It's not that it comes automatically. We need to teach it, and we need to guide in a proper manner. Even you all know about Edward de Bono. He was a famous person. He also said that creativity can be taught. So we need to encourage creativity. We need to promote the creativity habit. It is, I'll say it is a habit. Creativity is a habit. Like any other habit, it can be encouraged and it can be discouraged also. So we need to encourage creativity. And there are three things for encouraging creativity. One is opportunity, and second is encouragement, and the third is rewards. We need to give our students an opportunity to develop their creativity. We need to understand that this is very important for everyone, and accordingly we need to encourage also. And then if they are doing good things, we need to give some rewards also. Even appreciation is a must. Instead of saying it's okay, but we can say it is excellent, or it is nice, or you can do it better. Go on doing it, improve it, develop it. There is a way to do it, you do it. So all these three things are very important: opportunities, encouragement, and rewards. And if we take all these three things, then we'll take away the creativity. So we need to understand. Now, how can, next thing I will discuss, how can creativity be encouraged? We need to tell our students, or we need to tell people that creativity is necessary for survival. If you want to survive, especially in this situation, this pandemic situation, people are very depressed. Mentally, they're very weak. People are not comfortable. People have mental disease. I'll not say they have physical disease, they have mental disease. And they need counseling. They need psychological treatment. And I'm working for that. So we need to develop their mind. So creativity is such a subject. If we can engage ourselves in different works, doesn't matter. It can be a very good painting, it can be a very good sculpture, it can be a very good work, or it cannot be. That doesn't matter at all. But we need to involve in some of the things, and we need to create something every day. We need to engage ourselves in creative work, whatever it is, whatever it may be. The results will be different. Instead of focusing on the result, it's better to focus on the work. If we like it, if we love it, if we enjoy doing it, we should do it instead of getting the result. So creativity is necessary for survival. We need to tell students, we need to tell people, they forget about the result. We do whatever you like. It can be excellent, it cannot be. What's the problem? And it helps us to deal with change also. As the world changes, we need to change ourselves. And creative people means everybody is creative. So especially those who are engaged in this particular creative activity, doing something new, they always change themselves. They always change their technique, their style, their way of looking at things, way of observing things, way of seeing things. Every day they change. And the moment we change, then we'll create a different thing. So we need to change, and creativity helps us to change. Now, the core idea of making something new is the heart of creativity. It is important to understand that we need to make something new. That is important. Means yesterday I have made a drawing, I have created something. It is okay. Today I'll create another thing. Tomorrow I'll create another thing. So it is an ongoing process. We should not stop that. We need to continue. We need to go on. And we need to understand that everyone has the capacity to exercise creativity. Everyone has this quality. Everyone has this ability. Everyone has this potential. We need to understand and we need to know. And we need to develop accordingly. And anyone can be creative and anything can be creative. It is, again, I'll repeat, it is not for some people. It is not for artists. It is not for special people. It's important to understand. That's why I'm just repeating it again, that it is not for gifted people. It is not for exceptional people. It is not for particular people. It is for everyone. Anyone can be creative and anything can be creative. And I think this is very important to understand and to know. Now, how can creativity be encouraged? I'll show two paintings. I'll show. My student, she is from Nepal. She is Purnima. She has made this drawing. This is her creativity. She is in class 9. She is in class 11. And I taught her from class 6 to 9. Now she is in class 11. And she was in art club. In our school, we had art club. The thing is that when I left the school, now she has changed. Now she is a commerce student and she has stopped drawing and painting. Now I am showing this picture. The reason is when she was with me, when I was guiding her in a different manner, she was doing a great job. But lack of proper guidance, lack of proper encouragement, now she has stopped, she has taken commerce. Now she is regretting and she is telling me, sir, what to do. The parents, nobody is there to tell them that this is a subject, this is very important, and you can go forward, you can change. So this is the result of proper encouragement and proper guidance. This painting also, one of my students, he has made it. And this boy is in class 11th. He was also with me from 6th to 9th. Now, recently, he sent it yesterday only, and I thought it's better to share with you. Now, the problem is, his parents also don't want him to go to take this subject because his father is an army person. He wants him to go for army. But the thing is, he has a lot of quality, he has a lot of talent. But we need to understand and we need to guide properly, we need to encourage, we need to tell them that this is very important for a life. If you want to live a good life, it is really very important to develop all these skills. If they have no, then also they can change that. Now, coming to another point, for implementation, I think if we want to implement this policy, first thing is that we need to broaden our thinking. We need to broaden our skills. Our thinking is very limited. We cannot go beyond that. We need to take this policy, we need to accept it instead of criticizing. We need to think about it. There will be a great scope, there will be a great opportunity for students. In this policy, we can find so many things. And we need the involvement of all the teachers and their support and parents also. And we need to encourage creativity. That is very important. And very important thing is that we need to be open to develop this creativity. Now, if we implement that, then we'll get the result. And result, definitely, this policy is talking about holistic development of the student. If we follow this, if we implement all these things, then definitely there will be a holistic development of the students. Students will be excel in different subjects. And this policy is based on choice-based flexible learning facility. That is also possible. We can do that. And finally, we always think that what will be the job prospect from a professional life. From that professional point of view, I'll say that if we have different channel, if we divert our mind in different way and various subjects, then there will be definitely job opportunities. Earlier we had this mentality that if we take one subject and do well, then we can do something, but it is not. Now the time has changed, everything has changed. So we need to develop our mentality also. We have a lot of job opportunities. So we need to channelize our mind. We need to think in a different manner, in a different way. So there will be job opportunities. There is no doubt about it. So this is all what I wanted to say. And I thought I'll show my paintings also. This is one of my creative painting. It's a landscape, creative landscape. It is different from nature. It is semi-abstract painting, which I have made. This is another one of my painting. As I have said right now that I work in semi-abstract form. It is something different. You must have heard the name of Brahma Kumaris. I was an invited artist. I went there for 4 days and we were participating in a workshop. So I made this painting during that time. Here also you can see the meaning. It is, the thing is that it is a creative landscape. And here we are one. There is a tree, we are one. Nature is one, and we are attached to this nature. We are not away from nature. We are very close to nature. So this is what I wanted to tell through this painting. This is another, my creative painting. It is also a decorative landscape. Because Sir has already said that art is not about copying something. It is not about imitating something. It is all about expressing our thoughts and ideas, showing our feelings. Mediums can be different, channels can be different. These are ways. So that's why I express my feelings through this different type of painting. This is also a different painting. Madhumita Ghosh has made this. It is also a different landscape, absolutely a creative one. This is our own creation. So the thing is that we need to develop all these creativity. And I'm teaching in a university. I'm looking after different students. But in spite of that, I'll say that we need training, we need guidance, we need proper guidance. There will be many students who will be very good at all this subject, but we need to train them and you need to tell them that this is very important, it is a part of life. We cannot escape from this. It is a part and parcel of life. So creativity is for everyone. We need to develop it. So this is what I wanted to share through this webinar. And thank you so much, sir, for giving me a chance to share my ideas and thoughts in front of you, all these great learned people. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Ramkrishna Babu, I am Dr. Subhash Rai Choudhury.
Yes.
আমি কলকাতা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে দীর্ঘদিন পড়িয়েছি এক সময়।
Yes.
তো আমার একটা থিঙ্কিং প্রসেস, আমি দেবদুলাল বাবুর সঙ্গে একমত যে মন আমরা যেটাকে বলি যে উই ফিল মনটা খুব খারাপ, মনটা খুব ভালো, আমার মনে হয় মন বলে যে শব্দটা এটা আমাদের তৈরি করা, কিন্তু আসলে থিঙ্কিং প্রসেস।
Yes, absolutely.
Think, actually we are thinking is depicted by our moon.
Yes.
So
right.
Thinking process is also a creativity process.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes, always we are thinking something new, something new, something new. But these are all actually directed by our brain. Gray matter, pituitary granthi, these are all the main part.
Yes.
So creativity is very important. কারণ থেমে থাকাটা হচ্ছে মরে যাওয়া।
Yes, right.
When we are going on, that is we are thinking something, we are creating something. এবার আপনি যেটা বললেন, yes, implementation part is another part. আমি ভাবছি, শুধু ভাবছি, আমার অনেক কিছু ক্রিয়েট করার ইচ্ছা। যেমন আমি নিজে কত দুটো তিনটে গল্প বা আমি কতগুলো আর্টিকেল লিখবো বলে ঠিক করে রেখেছি, তার নামগুলো ঠিক করে রেখেছি, পার্ট। কিন্তু যতক্ষণ না তার ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশনটা হচ্ছে ততক্ষণ কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভটা আমার কমপ্লিট হচ্ছে না। অনেকগুলো ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কনফারেন্স পেপার দিয়েছি, সেখানে পড়েছি, পেপার রিড করেছি, সবই ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু তবুও আমার মনে হয় আমি কিছুই জানি না। খালি মনে হয় পড়ি, প্রচুর পড়ি।
Dr. Subhash Rai Choudhury, please use the English, because some of the trainees they are asking, that is we cannot understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, very good morning to all. Very good morning to all. So every time I'm thinking that I have nothing to, I have nothing, but always I'm trying to know something. Want to read something, read more, but some constraints are there. I was having some talking with Devdulal Babu. I very much I pay respect to him because he is a very learned man. Opine that these are all correct, but always we are growing in a different situation, different family, different places. So these all societal parts also make us very much creative.
Yes.
So this is very much fantastic. Devdulal Babu and Ramkrishna Babu, very good morning.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You are audible. Professor Mrinal Mukherjee, are you here? Professor Mukherjee?
I am very much there. I am very
yes,
much
please,
here.
Sir, please you say a few words about Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh's contribution.
Sir, it's very pleasing. It's enlightening. It's enriching, and Professor Ghosh has delivered in a very smooth, soothing manner. The way he has represented is a calm, quiet, composed and the artist within him has been reflected in the manner he has dealt the entire subject, and he actualized and utilized this virtual platform. Actually, this virtual platform is creating a lot of hindrance in making emotional connect and affective domain connection. But Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh became a very own relative of us, very own family member of us, and he has systematically represented the concept of creativity, how the creativity being expressed in different art form, and how the art form can be important and instrumental for the mental health. And again, he has very prominent assertion that everybody by birth is an artist, how the kind of societal expectation, societal desire, the professional pressure, and our bad choice of career, the parental pressure, and the so-called market economy is derailed, detract, derail the learner from a very creative form to a very so-called mechanistic form. So again, the choice of subject and choice of learning, that is also important. And definitely he has correlated the entire concept with that of the national education policy, which has been advocated by the Union Cabinet and presently in the domain of the public debate. And there was another part, definitely we will expect it in different manner, in different session, that how really mathematics could be learned through art, how English language could be learned through arts, how geography could be more comprehensive understanding of the geography could be can be learned by means of integration of art, how simply the children who are differently able can be more purposefully learn the life skill through the art form. There are a lot of areas still to be explored, and definitely I do believe, from my personal opinion, that Ramkrishna Babu's lecture is just stimulating that kind of thinking for the budding teachers and all the individual of all sphere. And our senior sir and professor of ex-professor Calcutta University just speaking just quite few minutes back, that everybody, not only the learner in the school level or undergraduate level or postgraduate level, every individual to have a good life in true sense, to be an artistic, that means any form. If anyone do any kind of gardening in his rooftop or in his balcony, that's a form of artistry. If anyone wants to cook in a fantastic manner and experimenting with the cooking, that could be artistry. And at for I go on lot of research paper, even I'm reviewing a recent research paper of a medical science scholar on the relationship of the quarantine and the so-called mental health. And in this pandemic phase, the encouraging and indulging the artistry within the own self is very much purposeful to de-stress, to overcome the stress caused by this social isolation and pandemic and the fear of death, which has been created further excelled by means of second wave of COVID. So in that way also the discussion is very much relevant and pertinent, because kind of creative engagement only can reduce our stress and only can show a new light, and that can create an expectation for oneself, and we can move on our journey. And journey means there is no destiny, there is only journey. Life is not means that what kind of material happiness I have. Journey life is means what kind of how I am happy with creating something. I am happy to write 4 lines of a poem. I am happy to origami or changing a paper into a model. I am happy to encourage few children to see that there is a bird is flying, how a machranga is catching the fish. Recently in my home, in my house in balcony, two bulbuli pakhi in Bengali, they have made their nest, and I have documented every stages of the development, and I have posted in the social media. And I think capturing the life of a bird and their development, that is also kind of creative interest. So experiencing the truth and experiencing the expression of experience means what I am experiencing, I am expressing. So art is nothing but expression of life. In that way also Ramkrishna Babu has rightly pointed out, and he has guided in a very fantastic manner. And I am overwhelmed, and I have learned a lot of from his lecture. Thank you. This is my humble reaction and response to this discussion.
Thank you, Professor Mukherjee. Now I am presenting the architecture of Professor Urunendu Banerjee. In the 24th Sunday webinar, he presented this art. This is the Don Bosco, and this is the church basically. And he created this art. Another art is here. It is available in Shantiniketan. This lighting and some of the arts that is also given by Professor Urunendu Banerjee. Why I am presenting this art? Because Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh has told us that creativity is also important for the engineers. So the engineers people, they can apply the creativity. And this particular architecture is highly appreciated by also the Rome. Okay, so the Christian community, they have appreciated this model. That means this is also the creativity. It's very much challenging. And finally, it has been accepted. So just to imagine, that is the art of the typical art, that is the engineering design, making this two hands. It's a very, very challenging. And I am asking Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh about my idea. Now there is some controversy about the commercial art.
Yes.
And another art, what is the name? Commercial art.
Commercial art, that is applied art.
Yes, commercial art, basically the structured. Another one is the
painting. Painting is there. Indian painting and Western painting.
Yeah. So, what is your view about that? Is there is another art that you have already shown us little bit, the landscape art, and that is very much another art very structured. That is when you present the female figure.
Yes, yes.
So there is controversy between the fine arts and the commercial arts. So what is your view about these two types of arts?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for giving me a chance again to share with you all. Now, commercial art, it is an applied art. Am I audible, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So applied art, it is earlier we used to say commercial art. Now we are saying applied art. The applied means we need to apply the art in our day-to-day life. That is applied art. Means applied art is related to day-to-day life. Things which we are using every day, at every moment which we are using, and we are creating some of the things through that particular thing. For example, from the beginning, when the day starts, like we are brushing, so we are using toothpaste, then we are using different shampoo, then we are using soap. So all these things, the packet, we are making artist, applied artist, commercial artist, they design the packet. And in everything, in marketing also, when we go to the market, we buy something, we see the bag, a very decorative and very creative bag. That is also a part of applied art, commercial art. So those who are commercial artists, those who are applied artists, they also imagine, they also create, and they also observe things in a different manner. But the difference is, in commercial art, in applied art, we think about the market, we think about the people. We need to see what market wants, what society wants, what people want. We need to make accordingly. over there also imagination is very important, but in a business purpose of point of view, we create. And we need to listen to the people, we need to listen to the societies, people, and we are working for a particular organization, a particular agency, and we are creating it. So we are dependent on people, we are dependent on society, we are dependent on something. So this is a part of commercial art, it is a part of applied art. I'll say we are not absolutely free in creating whatever we want. There is a foundation also. There is a rules and regulations also which we need to follow. But in painting, in fine arts, the artist is absolutely free to create whatever he or she wants. Complete freedom is there. And suppose if I am right, I have shown my creative painting. Now, people may like it, people may not like it. If people like it, that is okay, that is very good. And if people don't like it, that is also okay. That is not bad. I'll improve myself. But I'll not be answerable to people. If people ask me, audience ask me that why you have created this, I simply can say that I like doing it. That's why I have created this. I have made this. It is my creation. It is my choice. It is my creativity. So I have the right to tell that also. Nobody can force me to do the things. But in applied art, in commercial art, we are bound because we are thinking about the society, about market, whatever people want, whatever society wants, we need to make it. Complete freedom, I'll say complete freedom is not there, and we need to think. We cannot do whatever we like. But in painting, in fine arts, artists are absolutely free to create anything. Whether people are accepting, whether people are appreciating, people are liking it, that doesn't matter at all. We create. Like there are many artists who many artists who have made many paintings which people don't like. But in spite of that, artists make it. The reason is we want to show our feelings, we want to show our emotions, we want to show our anger, anxiety, depression, frustration, whatever we want to show, we can show through painting, through fine arts. But that cannot be done in applied art, that cannot be made in commercial art, because for that we need to think about the market, we need to think about the society also. And it should be in applied art, the things should be very attractive also, and the things should be very catchy also, so that people must like it, because for that organizations are there, agencies are there. So all these things we need to understand, and we need to work on that in commercial art, in applied art. But in painting, we are free. Like I have made many sculptures. It is my own creation. If people like it, it is okay. If they don't like it, that is also okay. But I have created it because it is in my own creativity. It is my own creation. So this is the difference between applied art and fine arts. This is what I think. And
it is nice to say that is not the commercial art, but the applied art. Very nice. First time I have heard of it. So this is nice. Once upon a time, I have studied the personality pattern of the creative artist, and it has been published in the US-based journal, Creativity Research Journal. And at that time, I visited several arts village, Arts Sekar in Kolkata, and the Arts Village in Chennai.
yes.
And I have seen the Makbul Fida Hossain's program, that is the Shetambara.
Yes, right.
And sometimes it appears to me that when I have seen Shetambara, at that time I thought that why is it art? Because only one flag, one white flag
Yes.
on the since it's just like a dustbin. It's a huge. Can you imagine that is the famous gallery in Mumbai? That is Jahangir Art Gallery, and one gallery is full of what I say. That is the total Bangla bola jay aborjona. So it is a total dust and whatever the scrapped materials are available in Mumbai, all of them were gathered, and only one white flag was there,
Yes.
and it is called Shetambara. And almost 30 days, Jahangir Art Gallery was full of this program.
Yes.
At that time, I thought, how is it possible? How? Is it fine arts or is it a commercial art or it's applied art? I do not know. But it is the art exhibition of Maqbul Fida Hussain.
Right.
So it is something. So only the name is something. But whatever we have seen, that Shetam Bora, very much controversial art exhibition in Mumbai at that time. I have seen that. So I do not know whether it is applied art or it is fine arts or whatever it might be. I have no idea.
Can I say something, sir?
Yeah, sure.
That is an installation, sir. That is called an installation. And in installation, we install the thing and we display it. Actually, the thing is that this concept came in 1960s and 70s. There were some artists who started this conceptual art. So in this conceptual art, the concept is the main thing. The idea is the main thing. The materials are not very important. Mediums are not very important. Subjects are also not very important. The main thing is our concept. The idea is the main thing. So that is called conceptual art. So whatever maybe the medium, the material, we just put together, we compose it, and we collect it, and we display it in a different manner so that it will be a very good composition. It can be a very good artwork. Edward Munch started this. He in his time in an exhibition he displayed a urinal pot. At that time there was a very controversial. It was a very controversial topic. How can an artist display an urinal pot in the exhibition hall? So it was rejected. But now we can understand that his thought was different. He thought that this urinal pot also can be a subject for displaying in the exhibition hall. So it was a great turn. So actually, this happens with creative people. All the time, we cannot make the same thing again and again. We change our mind and we create different things. So that is a part of that is an art, that is installation. So that we do it. The main thing is to express ourselves. The mediums can be different. Mediums can be anything. The way I express, the way people express, that is the main thing. That is for that expressionism, started to express ourselves. This is what I wanted to say. Sorry, I thought.
Okay. Thank you. It is a conceptual art,
Yes,
but at that time we could not understand,
yes.
and several artists of the Lalit Kala Academy, they also protested
Yes.
against this particular art. Okay, it might be the conceptual art, but this type of way of presentation, that is very much controversial. Now, another observation that is also during my data collection from one very senior artist of Dadar. He is also the Lalit Kala Academy member.
Yes.
And when I met him, at that time, he drew one clock. Okay, there is a table clock.
Yes.
And he asked me, what is this? And I have, at that time, I told him, it is table clock.
Yes.
At that time, he abused me. Is it clock? Then I thought it is a table clock, very clear. No, it is the pane of clock.
Right.
Okay. So what is the pane? The pane is actually he drew the one circle that is at that time we have seen the table clock, and that is a backside of the table clock, and there are several keys are there.
Right.
And he told me if I touch your ear,
Yes.
okay, and if I move your ear,
Yes.
then how much pain you can feel.
Right.
Then I think, oh God, whether he will touch my ear, I do not know. And you said it will be high pain. Yes, I am trying to express the pain of a table clock.
Right.
That is his vision.
Right.
So I do not know in which way I can express his feeling. It is something. It is
Right.
similar type of experience I had in Chennai. There is one village, Connemara village. So there I met one professor. He was also the Lalit Kala Academy professor. And he told me that is, what is this? I have said this is cycle. Because it is just like a cycle.
Mm.
And was very much angered, and he told me that is it cycle? I told him, sir, this is just like a cycle, and this is the car. No, this is not cycle. So what is this? I cannot understand what is this. After that, I have noticed, oh, this is not cycle, this is a time. Okay, so that means their perception. What I want to share, that is the perception of artist.
Yes.
That is totally different. When Alisha, she has shown that is how to draw out of J, out of A, out of 1, 2, 3, like that. And then her perception, her eye, and it appears to me that is totally different. They are artists by nature.
Yes.
And so what is your viewpoint about this type of perception? Whether it is true, that is they have the different eyes and not like us. They have the different type of, maybe the fourth eyes, I do not know, third eye, fourth eye, whatever might be. Maybe they have. What is your view? And Professor Mrinal Mukherjee can share. And Professor Shubhrato Rai Chaudhuri, he was there, and other people, they can share. Professor Ghosh?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is your view about the typical personality pattern of the artist? We have seen the Pablo Picasso's personality, and there is a lot of controversy about the Pablo Picasso's art. Van Gogh's art,
Right.
that is also related to the time. We could not understand. But later on, we have understood. So I do not know. So there are different types of arts. Maybe we can think of it from the different points.
Right. Sir, actually, may I say something, sir?
Yes, yes.
Actually, Pablo Picasso, we need to see the history also.
Yeah.
Like Pablo Picasso was a Spanish painter, and he was a Cubist artist. And Vincent van Gogh was a post-impressionist artist. Now, I have just told you that we need to see the history. That means the time, Pablo Picasso's time and this Vincent van Gogh's time. if you see the painting, then we can see the character of the person, because painting speaks and painting shows the character of the artist. Creation shows the character of the artist. Vincent van Gogh, if you see the Van Gogh's life, Vincent van Gogh was not happy. In his life, there were a lot of problems, and he faced all the problems, and it was very difficult for him to continue drawing and painting, to continue the creation. He was very depressed, he was very frustrated. Now we need to understand that art is life. We cannot separate it from life. Whatever we are experiencing, whatever we are feeling, and whatever we are seeing, we are just presenting it through our painting or through our channel. So Vincent van Gogh, if you see the painting, we can understand, we can feel the pain also, because he was not happy. He was not a happy person. His personal life was difficult, and he committed suicide also. And he had no money to buy colors and canvas. His brother helped him. So if we see the painting, it reflects that pain. He created paintings in a different manner. He had a different way of looking things, because as I have said right now, he was not happy. That sadness, that depression, that frustration, that anger, that anxiety, all these things have come into his painting. But at the same time, if you see Picasso's painting, Picasso is not so depressed. If you see his world famous painting Guernica, earlier he had different periods, blue periods, pink period. He created many painting, but if you see his Guernica period painting, that painting shows his angriness. He was very angry because at that time there was a bomb burst during Second World War, and he lost many of his family members and relatives. And the name of the village was Guernica. And he wanted to show his pain, his feelings through that Guernica painting. Over there, if you see the painting, we can understand that people are shouting, they're trying to survive. So the main thing is, what is very important to understand is, painting is not different from life. Whatever we are observing and experiencing, we are just reflecting it into the painting. It is not different. This is what I teach my students also. Okay, if you are mentally peaceful, if you are mentally okay, if you are mentally calm and quiet, your painting also will be calm and quiet. Your painting will be very peaceful. Your painting also will be painting or sculpture, whatever it is, whatever you are using, because your mind works. It is not the hand work, it is the mind which is working. Hand is just an instrument. Hand is just a vehicle which you are using. But the main thing is mind. Mind is working. Mind gives the instruction to the hand, and hand works. So that's why if a student is not happy, very depressed, very frustrated, and is very angry, then definitely his painting also will reflect the same thing. That's why you need to see the psychological part. That is very important. That from outside we cannot judge the painting. From outside we don't have to see. We need to see the inward also. We need to see the inner feeling. Within, we need to see within if we want to see the artist. Otherwise, if you see the external thing, outer thing, then it will not be possible for judging a painting in a proper manner. So we need to look into, we need to go inside, we need to see things in a deeper manner, and we need to go inward, we need to go within, Whatever we are feeling, we are expressing that. This is very important, and this is the difference which we have seen in Pablo Picasso's painting and Vincent van Gogh's painting. This is what.
Thank you, sir. And this particular senior face MOOC, that is the face of senior person drawn by your student. It is excellent, and
Yes,
particularly all the beards. It is very prominent. How is it possible, sir, making this beard? Can you show this picture again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this particular beard, I do not know in which way they have or he has drawn it.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible. And
Yes,
particularly if it is a very prominent, you
and
can make it large.
Yes, and the important thing is, sir.
Yes, the particular this white color and this tip, how is it possible? But just by, I do not know whether he has used any charcoal or etc.
No, it is just a pencil shading drawing.
Oh,
and just a pencil shading drawing. And the important thing is, sir, yesterday I just received this drawing, and he has written, sir, this is my latest drawing. You please see it. And I was very happy. The reason is he was with me till class 9. In my school.
How is it possible, sir? How to money? I do not know how white beard and he has drawn white, because in the pencil sketch.
Yes, pencil, only pencil he has used. It is a pencil shading only.
Oh God.
Probably it is the intensity of the darkness and the lightness, and by means of contrasting the same color with a different intensity, the artist has created this kind of texture. And in sketch, that is probably the style.
But sir, hello, am I audible, sir?
Class 9 boy.
Yes, sir.
He's extraordinary.
And the thing is that, sir, his father is an army person. Okay.
Yeah.
And his father wants him to go for army. And this teacher who is teaching in the school right now, I have left that school. It is an army public school. So that teacher is not influencing him to go for drawing and painting. So that's why he is confused. And he was asking me, sir, what to do? This hurts me a lot, because this boy is really a brilliant student.
Of course.
If you see his observation, it is so accurate. And academically, he is not so good. So-called, people, I face these challenges. His mother was telling me, sir, in maths, he hasn't done well. In science, he hasn't done well. So what he will do? So I was trying to convince his mother also that he has a different talent. So we need to help him in that particular manner, because he has a different eye.
Ramkrishna Babu, I have a very humble comment. Dr. Roy, sir, should I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Ramkrishna Babu said that he is not academically well. So this jargon, this coinage of terminology is actually the main hindrance and blockade of the freedom of learning. So we set a standard which is academic and which is non-academic. And this standard is bogus, nonsense. That is, someone getting a good marks in mathematics and good marks in language is not enough that he is academically sound or not. Because we have a very wrong rubrics and parameters and indicators to judge a person whether he is academic or not. On the contrary, if we just allow this child to explore the expertise or the talent he or she is carrying with him, actually she is expressing certain ideas through this kind of artistry. If we judge on the basis of that capacity, then this person is more academic than others, because this particular picture is expressing a personality, it is expressing an agony, it is expressing a joy, it is expressing a kind of contradiction, It is expressing technically it is very sound. On the contrary, philosophically, emotionally, it is another expression. So these boys more creative, more academic to express himself than the same standard boy of his or her class. But they are fit with that of the standard which have been manufactured and implemented in a very rigorous and mechanistic manner. So in that way, he is unfit. So we have to cross this border. We have to break this boundary, and we need more advocates who can speak more fervently, more vehemently, more strongly. And this is the cause. This is the time of the liberal education, that we have to challenge this structural rigidity of learning. If this boy in class 9 or now he's studying in class 11 can be so strong in expressing his emotions in the format of such kind of creativity, he should allow and nurture, and his credit should be acknowledged, and he should be given certificate and grade on the basis of his this kind of achievement. And this is, there lies the real crisis, because whether this is directly related with the profession, his economic earning, his professional ability, because this boy, if he go for the commercial or applied artistry, he'll be a big one, because in advertising, in commercial artist, in fine arts, this is more than a precious fine arts, what she has already done. So yes, we need lot of public debate on the issues, that what we should consider as a standard academics or not. That's a major question of our entire paradigm of belief of teaching learning. That's urgent issues to be addressed, and urgent issues to be debated. That's my humble submission, sir.
Right.
Yes, very
Dr.
true,
Shur, this is a very
true.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Shur expressing very good.
Yes, sir.
Encouragement is very important.
Yes.
Particularly in case of the creative artwork,
yes,
we have to encourage him.
Yes.
So by using any art exhibition, I think we can encourage him.
Yes, sir.
And particularly in army, also the arts are important.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, when I was there, and I organized 3 years continuously art and music workshop, and and I invited, first year I invited Professor Shekhar Joshi. He is a dean of Nainital Fine Arts College. He came and he gave a lecture, and we had a very good time, and students really learned a lot. And second year, I invited Professor Madan Lal Gupta. He was the dean and HOD of BHU, the Banaras Hindu University. He came and he saw the standard, and he was really surprised. He was appreciating a lot. And we arranged his talk also. And third year also, I invited Professor M.S. Mauri from that Nainital Fine Arts College. He is also a dean. So this is the way I conducted workshop, art and music workshop, and it was a great success. And students really, and it's very, I'm very happy to say, and I'm very proud to tell you, sir, two of my students, three of my students, I have taught them from class 6 to 12. Now they are doing a bachelor's degree under my guidance. And two students are in first year student, BFA first year, and another is BFA second year student. So this is the way I'm just trying to encourage them, because they are coming from Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand, and I'm in Uttar Pradesh. But they are coming from there to this place to learn this subject. So I'm trying. Thank you so much, sir, Mukherjee, sir, for giving me a spark so that I can go forward. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Please do encourage him so that he can find his own career. Professor Mrinal Mukherjee, he has to attend some other program. For that reason, possibly he has left, and he has told me. So I hope now the audience have Any observation audience can say? Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh, I am requesting you to stop sharing so that I can share.
Right.
Yes, dear audience, if you have any views, you can share. Madam Shonali, Madam, if you have anything to say, please you ask. Charu Bharma has written exactly, we should see that every child is unique and just labeling him or her is not right. Yes, in Rabindic psychotherapy, we are following the same principle. We are not labeling anyone. We are encouraging all of the, hello, I am Nirban Nunde. I am a guest lecturer of English in Polytechnic College, Regent Institute. I am also pursuing B.Ed from WBT. Okay. Dr. Subhash Rai Chaudhuri, anything to say?
Sir,
yes. Yes, Dr. Chaudhuri.
To Dr. Ramkrishna Ghosh and you, a very fine lecture. And I'm absolutely conceptually and absolutely correct. Dr. Shur's expression. So actually, creativity is ongoing process. In any manner, in any style, it should be there. We are in the society, so societal demand is also reflected through our creativity, and our brain is always working, and our thinking process is always working, and our thinking process need to have some experience just to as myself depend on what we had and what we are gaining from our society. So it is very fine session that I have with you. Very fine. Your direction is very good. Psychotherapy is a very vast subject, and every day I'm enriching myself through your version, through your lecture, and through your presentation. So very good, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Subhash Rai Chaudhuri. Dikshari Chakraborty, Dhrubajyoti, Nirban Nandi, Bhaskar
Sir, I have
Bandal.
some questions. Sir, apni amar pranam neben, sastrodhar pranam. So I'm leaving this session. Pardon.
Thank you, Dr. Subhash Rai Chaudhuri. Khub bhalo laglo. Thank you. Shubhra Banerjee. Shubhra Banerjee, you are from Dana, right? No. Shahidi Pal, Dhrubajyoti, Dikshari. Okay, I think there is no question at all. So everybody is very happy. Kaji, anything to share? Shumit?
No, sir.
Yes, Shumit. Please.
No, sir.
Okay, so on behalf of, yes, Kaji. Kaji, you would like to share something? Okay, despite a very busy schedule, still you have attended our program.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, খুবই ভালো প্রোগ্রাম, খুব ভালো প্রোগ্রাম হয়েছে। তো এরকম প্রোগ্রামে আমরা খুব সমৃদ্ধ হলাম।
We have tried at our best, and we are grateful to Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh and also Professor Mrinal Mukherjee for accepting our invitation and presenting their valuable thoughts. And those thoughts are very much applicable, particularly for teaching or designing training pedagogy related to creativity. I hope today's lecture will be used by you in near future for your own profession. Now I am going to present our students' performance. They are our children, their performance. Enjoy. Another student, ছোট্ট ছেলে।
এবার ডান হাত ঠিক আছে
যে ঠাই নয়ন সম্মুখে তুমি নয়নের মাঝখানে নিয়েছো যে ঠাই আজি তাই শ্যামলে শ্যামল তুমি নীলিমায় নীল আমার নিখিল তোমাতে পেয়েছে তার অন্তরের মিল নাহি জানি কেহ নাহি জানে তবু সুর বাজে মোর গানে কবির অন্তরে তুমি কবি ছবি ছবি শুধু ছবি তুমি কি কেবলি ছবি
Thank you, Alakparna. And that is actually our vision. That is, the creative art is not mere art, it is something more. What Tagore has visualized, Tumi ki keboli chobi, no, you are not only a chobi. আমরা এখন যারা রয়েছি সবাই দেখতে পাচ্ছি বাঙালি। আমরা সবাই একটু বাংলায় মনে হয় কথা বলতে পারি এখন, নাকি? এখন আমাদের এখানে কেউ নেই যারা বাংলা বোঝে না। তো যাই হোক, আজকে যে প্রোগ্রামটা হয়ে গেল, রামকৃষ্ণ বাবু যেভাবে আমাদের আজকে শোনালেন, আমরা অনেক কিছু জিনিস জানলাম। আমরা শুধুমাত্র আর্টের যে ক্রিয়েটিভ আর্টের যে স্কিল সেটা জানলাম না, আমরা জানলাম একজন ক্রিয়েটিভ আর্টিস্ট হতে গেলে এবং ক্রিয়েটিভ আর্টিস্ট ক্রিয়েটিভিটিটাকে যদি আমরা ফেসিলিটেট করতে চাই, সেক্ষেত্রে তাকে আমাদের এনকারেজ করতে হবে, তা না হলে কিন্তু সেটা মেনটেন হবে না। এটা একটা বড় ইস্যু, এটা আমাদের ভাবতেই হবে, কারণ তা না হলে আমাদের অনেক ছেলে মেয়েদের মধ্যে প্রচুর ক্রিয়েটিভিটি আছে, তারা একটু যদি সুযোগ সুবিধা পায় তারা নিজেদেরকে খুব সুন্দরভাবে তৈরি করতে পারে। সুতরাং আমার ধারণা, যদি আমরা if we are giving importance on particularly the maintenance of creativity, maintenance of creativity is very, very vital. And what Professor Ramkrishna Ghosh has told us, that is that three things are important. One is opportunity. So we have to provide the opportunity and we have to encourage, we have to maintain. Okay. So these things are very important. Yes, Kaushik Das, আমরা বাংলায় কথা বলতেই পারি, হ্যাঁ, যদি তুমি বলো এখানে only Charu Bharma is there who cannot understand Bengali, but otherwise everybody can understand Bengali. Kaushik Das, are you here? কৌশিক দাস, তুমি বলো বলো। হ্যাঁ বলো, কি বলছো?
স্যার আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যাঁ কৌশিক দাস বলো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমাদের অনুষ্ঠান তো খুবই মনোজ্ঞ অনুষ্ঠান হলো এবং স্যারের কাছ থেকে আমরা অনেক কিছু নতুন আসপেক্ট শিখতেও পারলাম, যে আমরা কিভাবে থেরাপি জিনিসটাকে কাজে লাগাতে পারি আর্টের মাধ্যমে। তো আমি অনুষ্ঠানটা শুনছি, আপনি বলতে থাকুন, আপনারা আলোচনা করুন, আমার যদি কিছু বলার থাকে আমি নিশ্চয়ই বলবো আপনাদের সাথে কথা। ধন্যবাদ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, যে জায়গাটায় আমরা প্রফেসর ঘোষও যে পয়েন্টটা তুললেন, যে একটা ক্যাথারসিস হয়, ওকে, পার্টিকুলারলি ইন আর্টে একটা ক্যাথারসিস হয়, যেটা উনি ভ্যান গগের ক্ষেত্রে বোঝালেন, একটা ক্যাথারসিস চলে। When I have used the cattle 16PF and there I have administered the cattle 16PF to the artist, to teachers to doctors and also to the bank managers. And they are all famous in their own profession. And I have noted that is the personality pattern of the creative artists are totally different from the other groups. Okay. And whenever I have studied the value, that is the human value or social value profile, social value importance of the creative artist and the non-creative artist, and and the other professions I can add. And I have noted that is the value preference also difference. So these are some of my research papers. And once upon a time, I studied the personality pattern of the creative artists, and it has been published in the Creativity Research Journal. It is edited by Professor Runko of California State University. And so this is my perception. So what is important, I have seen some of my friends, they are very much creative in nature, but they have lost their academic career. And they could not develop themselves properly. So what is important, that is the encouragement. Encouragement is important. And their personality pattern is different. So we have to accept the typical personality of the creative people. We have to accept it. Bashit Hussain, anything to say? ভাস্কর কিছু বলবে? দেবলীনা, তোমার আর কিছু বলার আছে? দিশারি? Yes. হ্যাঁ বলো। বলো ভাস্কর বলো।
ভাস্কর বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বলো। বলো কেমন লাগলো আজকের প্রোগ্রাম?
নিঃসন্দেহে না, ভালোই লাগলো, অনেক কিছু জানলাম। এবং এই প্রোগ্রাম আপনার এই সপ্তাহের প্রত্যেক দিন নিজ কাজের ব্যস্ততার মধ্যে দিয়ে প্রত্যেক সানডেতে আপনি যে ওয়েবিনারগুলো করেন, এটা নিঃসন্দেহে খুব ভালো। এবং আগামী দিনে আরো প্রোগ্রাম হোক এই আশা রাখি। এটুকুই।
থ্যাংক ইউ ভাস্কর, তুমি আমাদের প্রত্যেকটা প্রোগ্রামেই প্রায় আসো, আমি দেখেছি। তোমার যে মতামত সেটা খুবই ভালো। আমরা খুবই চেষ্টা করি যতটা পারি এইভাবে একটা অ্যাওয়ারনেস জেনারেট করতে। অনুসুয়া শিকদার, এনিথিং টু সে? শ্রাবণী মুখার্জি কিছু বলবেন? আর কি কারো কিছু বলার আছে? দেখুন, প্রফেসর রামকৃষ্ণ ঘোষকে কিন্তু ঝটঝট করে পাবেন না, ভেরি বিজি পার্সন। তো উনাকে আপনারা কাছে পেয়েছেন, যদি কারোর মনে কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে, আপনার ছেলে মেয়েকে কি করে ডেভেলপ করবেন ক্রিয়েটিভিটিতে, সেটাও জানতে পারেন। সুতরাং প্রফেসর ঘোষকে জিজ্ঞাসা করলে সবই জানতে পারবেন আপনারা। আমরা যে তিনটে লেয়ারের কথা বলি, মূর্ত, রাগ এবং সারস্বত, এই তিনটে লেয়ার যেটা আমরা রাবিন্দিক সাইকোথেরাপিতে কনসেপচুয়ালাইজ করেছি, এই তিনটে লেয়ার, তার মধ্যে যখন ক্রিয়েটিভ পিপল যখন তার ম্যাক্সিমাম পোটেনশিয়ালিটিটা দেয়, তখন সে কিন্তু সারস্বত লেয়ারে পৌঁছে যায়। তখন সে কিন্তু আর মূর্ত বা রাগ লেয়ারে অবস্থান করে না। কেন করে না? তার কারণ তখন সে আর সারাউন্ডিংস এই দুটো তখন মিলে যায়, এই দুটোর মধ্যে আলাদা কোনো সত্তা থাকে না। ফলে যারা ক্রিয়েটিভ পিপল তাদেরকে মানুষ বুঝতে পারে না। যদি আমরা নর্মাল ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন ফলো করি, আমি বলবো যে 70% অফ দ্য পপুলেশন আমরা অ্যাভারেজ জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। আর এই 30% পিপল, তার মধ্যে একেবারে শেষের দিকে, মানে 3± SD যেটা বলতে পারেন, জেড স্কোর যেটা, সেই জায়গাটায় কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভ পিপলরা থাকে। তাদেরকে আমরা ধরতে পারি না, বুঝতে পারি না। আর একটা কথা মনে রাখতেই হবে যে মানুষ যখন আগুন জ্বালানো শিখলো, সেটাও কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভিটির ভেতর দিয়েই শিখেছিল। মানুষ যখন তার নিজেকে কমিউনিকেশন করা শিখেছিল, সেটাও কিন্তু ওই ছবি এঁকে মানুষ প্রথম গুহা চিত্রে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় ছবি এঁকেছিল, সেই ছবি দিয়ে সে কিন্তু কমিউনিকেশন করেছিল। সুতরাং এটা মনে রাখবেন যে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি কে আমাদের প্রতি মুহূর্তে এনকারেজ করতে হবে। উই হ্যাভ টু এনকারেজ দ্য ক্রিয়েটিভিটি। ক্রিয়েটিভিটি কে যদি আমরা এনকারেজ করতে পারি, আমাদের মনেও কিন্তু একটা প্রচন্ড আনন্দ আসে, একটা অন্যরকম ফিলিং তৈরি হয়। আমি দেখেছি, যেমন ধরুন এই যে মেয়েটি যে ধরুন ওই যে ছবিটা এঁকেছিল, তার যে ড্রেসের ডিজাইন, একটু ভেবে চিন্তা করে দেখুন তো সে কতটা টাইম ডিভোট করেছিল। জাস্ট টু ইমেজিন হাউ মাচ টাইম শি ডিভোটেড। এবং আরেকটা জিনিস দেখবেন, এরা কিন্তু দে আর ভেরি মাচ পারফেকশনিস্ট ইন নেচার। ছবিটাকে পারফেকশন করবার জন্য প্রচন্ড খেটেছে। বা যে ছেলেটা ওই সিনিয়র পার্সনের ছবিটা এঁকেছিল, মুখটা এঁকেছে, আপনি দেখুন তো ছবিটার প্রত্যেকটা কার্ভ এবং এই যে গালের জায়গাগুলো আমরা ফুলে ফুলে থাকে, এইটা পর্যন্ত কি করে করলো একটা আঁকার ভেতর দিয়ে? হাউ ইজ ইট পসিবল? আই ডু নট নো। আমি জানি না। আমি যদি ওই ছেলেটির সঙ্গে কথা বলতে পারতাম, আমার খুব ভালো লাগতো। আমি রামকৃষ্ণ বাবুর মাধ্যম দিয়ে ছেলেটির কাছে 1000 রুপিস দিতে চাই। ওকে, আপনি ওনার ছেলেটির বাবাকে বলবেন যে রাবীন্দ্রিক সাইকোথেরাপি রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট ট্রাস্টের তরফ থেকে তার যে ফাউন্ডার ডিরেক্টর, তার ছবি দেখে খুব খুশি হয়ে তাকে 1000 রুপিস দিয়েছে। আমি এই 1000 রুপিস আপনার অ্যাকাউন্টে পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারি, বা যদি ওর কোনো অ্যাকাউন্ট থাকে সেখানে আমি পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারি। আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের, আমাদের এই ট্রাস্ট থেকে আমরা সবসময় এনকারেজ করি ভালো ছেলে মেয়েকে তুলে ধরতে। আমরা সবসময় এনকারেজ করি। রবীন্দ্রনাথের ভাবনার মধ্যেই তাই ছিল। রবি ঠাকুর সেটাই ভেবেছিলেন যে তোমার চিন্তা ভাবনাগুলো অনেক বেশি আনস্ট্রাকচার্ড হোক, সেইখান থেকেই তুমি হয়তো একটা স্ট্রাকচারের অঙ্ক পাবে। তো যাই হোক, এই ছেলেটি খুব সুন্দর এঁকেছে এবং ওর আঁকা আমাকে মুগ্ধ করেছে। আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছে যে আমি যদি তাকে এই 1000 রুপিসটা কিছুই নয় তার কাছে হয়তো, কিন্তু আমার কাছে এটা অনেকটাই, এবং এটা যদি আমি তাকে দিতে পারি, তার বাবা মা হয়তো খুশি হবে যে না, এই ছেলের আঁকাটার কিন্তু একটা গুরুত্ব আছে। যদি পরবর্তীকালে সে কোনো এক্সিবিশনও করতে চায়, সেটা খুব ভালো হবে। তো রামকৃষ্ণ বাবু, আপনার মাধ্যম দিয়ে ছেলেটিকে আমি পাঠিয়ে দেব। আপনি যদি মনে করেন আপনার অ্যাকাউন্টে দিলে হয়ে যাবে, তাই দিয়ে দেব। আর যদি ওর অ্যাকাউন্টে দিতে চাই তাও দিয়ে দিতে পারি, আমাদের কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। আমরা সবসময় অনলাইনে পেমেন্ট করি, এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের। ওকে,
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
ঠিক আছে। তো আমাদের রাবীন্দ্রিক সাইকোথেরাপি রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট ট্রাস্টের তরফ থেকে ছেলেটির নামটা একটু জানতে পারি?
হ্যাঁ, হি ইজ আশিস। আশিস সিং।
আশিস শীল। আচ্ছা,
সিং।
আশিস শীল
সিং।
সিং, আশিস সিং। আশিস সিং, তুমি যেখানেই থাকো না কেন, তুমি আমাদের রাবীন্দ্রিক সাইকোথেরাপি রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট ট্রাস্টের তরফ থেকে এটা বলতে পারো একটা আমাদের ছোট্ট আশীর্বাদ। আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের তরফ থেকে আমরা প্রথম কোনো একজন আর্টিস্টকে এইভাবে আমরা কিছু দিতে পারছি, এটা আমরা কিন্তু প্রথম। আর আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের আলাদা কোনো কিছু রেভিনিউ জেনারেশন হয় না, শুধুমাত্র কোর্সের ভেতর দিয়েই আমাদের রেভিনিউ জেনারেশন হয়। সেইভাবেই কিন্তু আমরা তৈরি করি নিজেদেরকে। আমাদের কোনো ফান্ডিং এজেন্সি কিছু নেই, আমরা শুধুমাত্র এডুকেশন দিয়ে যাই। সবাইকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ আসার জন্য, খুব ভালো লাগলো। এবার আমাদের একটু আপনাদের রিকোয়েস্ট করবো, একটু হাত জোড় করবেন আমাদের ক্লোজিং প্রেয়ারের জন্য।
Once again, sir, thank you so much for giving me a chance to say something in front of all these learned people. And really, it was a great experience for me. And this is what I want. I always share my thoughts and ideas with students. And wherever I go, last in 2019, I participated, in 9 international conference. And I went to Delhi University also, in Jadavpur University also, and I presented my paper. I talked about rethinking Rabindranath Tagore. I talked about Gandhi's thoughts and philosophy, and I talked about this modern art. So it was a great experience, and I really have enjoyed a lot. And I'm really grateful to you, sir, for giving me a chance to speak and for giving a token of love or a token of blessings to my student. I'll tell him, and next time he will be talking to you also. You'll be very inspired by your words, and this is what I want. And I'm trying my best to help my students, and wherever I'll see some students who are very interested and very good at least this subject, in any other subjects. So we need to encourage that only. Encouragement is needed, and this is what is missing nowadays. We don't properly encourage. So thank you so much once again, sir. Thank you so much.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। আপনি আবার আমাদের এখানে বলবেন, বিশেষ করে রিভিজিটিং রবীন্দ্রনাথ টেগোর এর ওপরে যদি কোনো আর্টের ওপরে আপনি প্রেজেন্ট করতে পারেন খুব ভালো হবে। আমরা সবসময় চাই রবীন্দ্রনাথের চিন্তা ভাবনাগুলোকে আরো বেশি করে তুলে ধরতে এবং সেটাকে বিজ্ঞানসম্মতভাবে সেটাকেই আমরা তুলে ধরবার চেষ্টা করি। আচ্ছা, আমি সবাইকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব একটু হাত জোড় করবেন, কারণ এই প্রেয়ারটার মধ্যেও কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভিটির কথাই আছে। পূর্ণমদ পূর্ণমিদং পূর্ণমুদচ্যতে পূর্ণস্য পূর্ণমাদায় পূর্ণমেবাবশিষ্যতে। ওম শান্তি শান্তি শান্তি। আপনাদের সবার পূর্ণতা প্রাপ্তি হোক। যখন মনে যা কিছু অপূর্ণতা আসবে, সমস্ত জায়গায় সেই অপূর্ণতাগুলো পূর্ণতা দিয়ে ভরে যাবে, এটাই প্রার্থনা করি। খুব ভালো লাগলো আজকে আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের তরফ থেকে প্রফেসর রামকৃষ্ণ ঘোষ এবং প্রফেসর মৃণাল মুখার্জিকে আমরা আনতে পেরেছিলাম। তারা খুব ব্যস্ত মানুষ, তারা এসেছেন এবং যারা আজকে আসলেন, সোনালী ম্যাডাম, দিশারি চক্রবর্তী, অনুসোয়া শিকদার, আলিশা দাস, দেবলীনা মল্লিক, নির্বাণ নন্দী, শ্রাবণী মুখার্জি, চারু ভার্মা, ভাস্কর মন্ডল, কৌশিক দাস, বাসিত হোসেন, সুমিত এবং সমদুতি রয়। বিশেষ করে সমদুতি রয় এবং তার সমস্ত যে ট্রেনিজরা রয়েছে এখানে, পম্পা, আলিশা, দেবলীনা, তারা খুব সুন্দরভাবে তাদের কোর্সটাকে প্রেজেন্ট করেছে এবং আজকের দিনে এই কোর্সটা অর্গানাইজ করেছিল, এই প্রোগ্রামটা বেসিক্যালি অর্গানাইজ করেছিল ওরাই, দ্যাট ইজ আ স্কুল কাউন্সিলিং ইন আর্লি চাইল্ডহুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ।
এবারে আমি ক্লোজ করছি। আশা করছি আমাদের নেক্সট রোববারে আমরা নতুন কিছু একটা প্রোগ্রাম নিয়ে আসতে পারবো। যদি আপনাদের মধ্যে ইন্টারেস্ট হয় যে আপনারা কিছু বলবেন, তখন আপনারাও আসতে পারেন। আর আমাদের আজ থেকে ওডিসি ডান্সের ক্লাস শুরু হচ্ছে। যদি আপনারা মনে করেন, if you think that is a ওডিসি dance is applicable for you, you can join. Today we will start the ওডিসি dance. Okay. Thank you all. Now I